Hey, everybody. Well, it's in a low 50s right now in South Florida. So I'm using this as an excuse to wear my 100% leather Miami Heat jacket. People in South Florida, we use any excuse to wear this warm weather clothing, even if it's indoors. But enough about me, because as Brian Craig, the co-host of the Steve Kane Show on the radio, told me, get to the damn point, PJ. And by the way, Brian, thank you. That was terrific advice you gave me last week. My videos, he was going crazy. He was right. It took me 12 minutes to get to the point. And when I took his advice and get right to the point, my very next video, I went from like around under 200 views to over 500. So let me get right to the point, PJ. You're right. So here's the thing. Big time oops moments in DUmmieland. The two big ones are the one I did yesterday, has to do with the one I did yesterday about the dummies. Thread after, if you saw it, thread after thread after thread of anger at the Covington Catholic students in general, and that one MAGA hat kid in particular. It was very polite, by the way. So I was like, almost every other thread seemed to be about this. Now, today, they're having an oops moment. You know, now that extended video showed that the kids did not approach that drum banging Indian and get into his face. It was just the opposite. He walked to them and he walked right up to the kid who was just standing where he was before. He didn't go up to the Indian guy or anything, and he acted very polite. And so that story is falling apart. Another example of fake news, which of course the dummies swallowed, but the mainstream media, quite a few of them also swallowed hook, line, and sinker. So we're going to see if there's any retractions. And the other big oops moment from the dummies has to do with that BuzzFeed story. Now, they should have realized it was fake the moment they saw that Jason Leopold was one of the two reporters. But many of them, most of them, continue to stick by it. But now, if you look at the greatest thread section of in the DUmmieland, you'll see there's not that many posts anymore about BuzzFeed, but there's still a few. And what's interesting is doubt is creeping in. So let's just look at this one here, and it has to do with BuzzFeed double down. Okay, so BuzzFeed says its sources are standing behind the bombshell report about the special counsel investigation. We're being told to stand our ground. Our reporting is going to be borne out to be accurate, and we're 100% behind it, investigative reporter Anthony Cormier told CNN's Brian Stelter on Reliable Sources Sunday. Wonder why Jason Leopold wasn't on there. Okay, so now here's a comment from Dummy Towley. It says, this is truly a double down in a blackjack sense. When you double your bet in return for one hit, and that's something a knowledgeable player does when the play offers a greater average return than not, doubling down. We don't know how this will turn out, but BuzzFeed is placing a huge bet on a very daring play, and this is going to be a very exciting thing to watch. Actually, it's going to be it's already a very hilarious thing to watch. The story is pretty much discredited. They're still trying to hang on, but as we'll see here, now doubt is creeping in big time. So let's take a look here real quick. It's a huge bet. If they're proven wrong, BuzzFeed would be finished. Same for the reporters. Oh my God, the tragedy! Jason Leopold's career will be ruined. Oh, let's see. BuzzFeed reported that, he's just synopsizing for another. Oh, here we go. Leopold seems to have quite a few lives in him. Yeah, and one of the few lives in him is the ruined life of one William Rivers Pitt. I mean, the guy he pretty much was laughed out of even DUmmieland. Took a little while for that to happen. Well, no, actually, that was pretty quick, and he completely lost all his credibility. I think William Rivers Pitt when they broke that Karl Rove indictment story. They were the first. I think he had visions that he would be like Robert Trump, Bob Trump, you know, and holding court in the fancy restaurants in Boston, you know, and acting as the wise pundit. Instead, he acted as a complete fool, and now he's stuck in the middle of a cabin in the middle of the New Hampshire woods. Okay, now here, pro-con. I mean, while I really wanted their allegations to be validated, but I'm troubled that they have not expanded their story to provide additional details and sources to support their contention. Gee, I wonder why that is. I'm also skeptical that no other news agency has stepped forward to corroborate the reporting with independent information. It could still happen, and I hope it does. So I'm just sitting back, uncommitted, with eyes wide open for now. Yeah, it'll happen. It'll happen. The Great Pumpkin will arrive tomorrow night, I promise. And Jason Leopold will be there with the Great Pumpkin. Okay. I'm with you. Time will tell. Yeah, keep hope alive, you dope. It's easy to criticize anonymous sources, but they're really more credible than they might seem. Yeah, especially when they're backed up by Jason Leopold, right? Yeah. Oh, now it's all Trump's fault again. The question I have with this is whether Trump's lawyers or associates have fed this to BuzzFeed to see what might come out from the other side. With BuzzFeed trading his kite flying? Yeah, it's all Trump's fault. His real purpose was to ruin the credibility of Jason Leopold. It took a lot of doing, but I think he's done it. Oh, come on. Oh, come now. I don't think they are fools. Really? I think the dummies are fools. How's that? And BuzzFeed has to be a bunch of fools. If they hired Jason Leopold, I mean, don't they use search engines to see where this guy is coming from? It's unbelievable. I mean, sir, would let me ask BuzzFeed people a question. Would you hire Jason Blair as a reporter? No? Oh, so then why did you hire Jason Leopold? Okay. I'm not saying they are, but if they are presented with a story that Trump told Cohen a lie and Trump associates gave them enough to go on, why wouldn't they run with it? We already know that Giuliani has pushed out stuff to get ahead of the story. Yeah. Here. Please, I've got hope. I still think it's possible Don Jr. told Cohen to lie. That's what the special counsel says isn't accurate. Yeah, keep hoping. Keep hoping. Damn, this is intriguing. Could anonymous FBI agents be sending a red flag about what is going on with the Mueller investigation? Hint, it's not Mueller's doing. Hint, Jason Leopold is a fraud. Oh, yeah, here again. Do we believe Jason Leopold or Mueller? Let me think. How about probably neither? But bad as Robert Mueller is, I think Jason Leopold is like the king of frauds. They aren't mutually exclusive, and I don't feel called upon to believe anything at this point, except that there's a lot riding upon how it unfolds. Yeah. Oh, dummies have a lot riding on it. And now they're already starting to walk away from it. There's really not that many BuzzFeed threads left in DummieLand. So Trump is screwed in so many ways. Yes, because Jason Leopold is right on the mark with this one. Oh, look, listen to this. Listening to MSNBC just now, they were on a discreditation attack of BuzzFeed, it seemed to me. I turned it off. Yeah, when even MSNBC is calling foul on the BuzzFeed story, you know it's there's no there, but keep believing. Sometimes I don't feel good about Carol Lonig. She almost labeled them fake news. Almost? Hey, how about this? I'll label them fake. PJ here labels them fake news. I don't almost label them fake news. Oh, yeah, this is hilarious. The reporters who were all scooped by BuzzFeed are probably feeling just a little jealous. No, actually, they're feeling an enormous sense of relief that they didn't get suckered into it. So, as we're seeing here, pretty much this BuzzFeed story, it's starting to die down because they it's been pretty much completely discredited. You know, there's a little bit of hanging on. They got to feel completely like oops, more. And then the other big oops, which is starting to taper down quite a bit, is the thank God it is the Covington Catholic school kids story. Oops. So this is old PJ saying goodbye, and to all you dummies out there watching, oops.